Welcome back. Somebody asked the other day, how can you tell when a pumpkin is ready to harvest? Well, that's a question I actually have the answer to. Crazy! No, it's not really that crazy. I write gardening books. But anyhow, I'm going to show you how to tell when a pumpkin is ready to harvest. I have here an adorable little single-serving pumpkin. Now, it's turned color. It started green, but now it's turned tan. And you see it's got a green stem on it. Now, normally what I'm looking for is I'm looking for this stem to be all the way yellow. But as you can see, it's just fallen off in my hand from this rotten stem, which has been drilled by vine borers. So obviously, this one is ready to harvest because it's harvested itself. Let's look at another one. This little one right here has not rotted off the vine, but as you can see, this right here has started to dry up. What you're looking for when you want to harvest a pumpkin is, has this turned yellow? The stem right here. If the stem is all green, the vine is all green, it looks like it's still connecting, that means it's still being fed, it's probably still ripening up sugars and starches. You don't want to pull it yet. This one is good. I like to give them at least an inch. This protects it. If you break these off, like snap them off like you might do with, say, a tomato, what happens is this point here often becomes an entry for bacteria and fungi, which will rot the fruit. Ideally, with a winter squash or a pumpkin, you are going to store it on the shelf for a period of time. That improves the flavor. Usually give it 3, 4, 5 weeks sometimes. That improves the flavor, it allows the starches to turn into sugars. And if you break this stem right up next to here, you may lose it. If you accidentally break the stem, use that pumpkin first. Now this pumpkin right here, or squash, you can call it a pumpkin or a squash, depends on what country you're in. This pumpkin slash squash right here is also rotting away at the stem. You can see that the color has not come in all the way tan, which is what you would want for ripeness, but it's probably going to be fine. The vine has died back. Let's cut it right here. Give it at least about an inch or so. And we'll put this guy with the other adorable little pumpkins, or squashes, as the case may be. Sometimes when you harvest a pumpkin, you'll see a spot like this, where it started to rot underneath. That is obviously not good. Use this one first. This is going to be more of a soup squash or a soup pumpkin. It's not going to be one of your long keepers to get you through the winter. Quick recap. Check and see if the stem is still green. If it's green going to the fruit and the vine is green, you might want to just wait and let that thing start to turn yellow. That means that the umbilical is getting cut off to the main vine and it's going to ripen. If it's yellow, go ahead and cut it. If the vine is totally dead and yellow, the stem is still green, well, nothing else is going to happen, so go ahead and cut it. If you've got a damaged pumpkin, put it in the soup first. Cut the bad spot out and use it. If you store pumpkins a little longer, ones that look like they're good and intact, you've given them 1 inch or so of stem. Let them dry out a little bit on your back porch or something like that. Bring them inside the house. You could store them for a few weeks. The flavor improves. That's pretty much all you need to know about when to harvest pumpkins and winter squash. Thanks for joining me. Be sure to catch me on the web at thesurvivalgardener.com, where we cover lots of pumpkins. And subscribe to my channel if you enjoy what I'm doing. Which, why wouldn't you? We're harvesting tiny squashes. That's cool. Catch you all next time. And until then, may your thumbs always be green.
The pumpkin light is perfect to light my Halloween pumpkin.